Oh, hey, there's another boss that can also instantly kill X.
Uh-huh.
Fucking Wayland and his spike wall bullshit.
And actually, I guess in that instance, Rain Defanga in both forms because of the spikes.
And Storm Tornado.
That one I'll let slide because it's not really the boss using an instant heal attack, it's just you falling off, but at the same time, you could argue that with the spikes, so... Oh, actually, in a way... Well, no, because it doesn't work that way. I was going to say Duff McWhalen does kind of crush you because it's impact with the spikes, but then it doesn't do crushing damage if you're using the anti-spike armor, so... Never mind. But, yeah, so there's a couple that do it, but it's just, I guess, if you're talking straight up, here's just an actual boss's attack. Is one of the only other ones I can think of, but whatever. Anyway, one other cool thing that I didn't mention during that, because it went by super fast, and I'm talking a lot, and this always happens. I don't even know why you're not expecting it. Zero uses Soul Body, which is a two-pronged thing. One, no, he didn't. Zero doesn't learn Soul Body. It was probably one of his other attacks, which is Twin Dream or, like, Slasher F or something, which are two things that he does get in this game, so that's kind of vaguely acceptable. But, second, more important thing, is they bring up a special weapon from a previous game, which is really cool because it's more of that continuity-style stuff, and what makes that fight weirdly cooler when you're playing it as Zero, because you get to see X as an opponent, is X, canonically, which this is the only instance in the X series of X using the ultimate armor legitimately instead of like it's a secret capsule or like it's kind of a cheat code thing, like it's actually a canon piece of armor, is X comes in with two lifesavers, so they have in-game sprites. He's like, seriously, you need to come with me. When he realizes that they need to fight, he tells the two lifesavers to get to safety and then activates the ultimate armor, and then all of his special attacks, because he'll obviously use charge shots, he uses the plasma shot. He uses Frost Tower, Soul Body, and Double Cyclone from X4, which is like, that's so cool to me that like they actually do that in this, and they're more powerful, which kind of signifies character growth. So in X4, when you use Soul Body, it just projects a little duplicate right in front of you. But in this one, they actually like come out in the dash pose and like target Zero, even if he's in the air. So it's just like X shooting ghosts out of his torso the whole time. Like, this is rad. Like, Zero stuff is kind of neat, and Genmurai Zero is like, whoa, he gets a secret attack that only comes up when he's a boss. But like, X does that, and I think that's way cooler. So we'll show it off in a video at some point too. But
well, the Zero version.
That will be, but other things, like Genmurai Zero and stuff like that. Like, it will come up at some other point.
I can splice it into the end of the last one.
No, it's
in
fine.
Future past.
Don't worry about it. We'll figure out a good spot for it. But yeah, I think that's really cool. Also, this background is like one of the worst backgrounds. Like, I might almost hate this more than the Final Weapon background. Maybe. It's a hard decision to make.
We're in the disco level, and I fucking hate it. I hate all of it.
Yeah, it's not great. And it sucks, because this is our natural, like, commentary cutoff point until we get to Signal, where there's, like, lots of important story shit going on. So this is just kind of like a catch-your-breath episode, I guess.
That's just, what, like a 5-frame looping animation in the background?
Basically. You can actually see it not smoothly animate, too. There's, like, one part where it kind of jumps ahead just by a frame.
Oh, God, there is!
Yeah.
Now I can't unsee
You're
it.
welcome.
Also, sure, I'm glad all the bosses are at level 96 now.
Yeah. Which is weird, because first phase Sigma's, like, in the mid-20s.
Oh, my God. So it's wasting your time again.
Yep.
God damn it, game.
Yeah, like, this one I at least kind of respect. The main... Oh, this sucked. And I had these sub-tanks because I kept getting stuck in this. I'm at least getting to showcase how really fun and good the Gaia armor is, which, granted, is a bad moment because I kept getting fucking tangled up there, but that's not the Gaia armor's fault. That's me being terrible. But that's not, like, a special part. You can equip those... Or you cannot, rather, because that sounded like can. It was can. You cannot equip those special parts to the Gaia armor, which sucks, because by the time you get it, that's when you've unlocked it, and it's like, well, don't get to use any of those if I use this. So that charge speed is its natural charge speed. It's actually a named attack. It's called the Gaia Shot, and it does certain things that regular projectiles don't. Like, it will damage things that can only be damaged by special weapons and stuff like that, for example. And then it also has the ability to break certain blocks. It erases certain shots that the normal charge shots would... Like that! It erases energy shots. Which means bosses that have projectiles like that, they don't get those projectiles anymore because you're just shooting them down. So, it's like an actual special weapon in and of itself. And it's one of the first things to get a really unique Giga attack, which I also think is really cool. Well, no, I guess it's not true because of the hypercharging X3. But either way, the rate of charge that it has, mixed with the amount of damage it does, makes it really, in my opinion, I'm sure there are exceptions to it for certain playstyles, better than any other weapon in the game. Because, like, for certain instances, you can just sit there and just wail on shit and tank through things. Because, like, the amount of damage that you're doing to me is not outmatching the amount of damage that I'm doing to you. So you can keep attacking me all you want. I don't care. I'm just going to keep shooting these giant shotgun blasts into your face. Because that's the other thing. The Gaia armor's ranged attacks are all range limited. So even the regular shots won't go all the way across the screen.
Right.
They'll, like, peter out.
Oh, there's the Giga attack.
Yeah. Oh, actually, speaking of that, I think, and I didn't do any damage value checks, but I think the regular shots are actually about as strong as the charge shots are, and the main benefit of the charge shot is the shot erasing and the wider hitbox, because it's wider than the plasma charge shot is too. Like, there are certain instances in levels where if you're standing on a platform and there's an enemy a step below you, the plasma charge shot won't hit it, but the Gaia charge shot will. So I think it's like a difference of a couple pixels, but that hitbox is actually larger. Yeah.
Are those spikes instant death sliding across the ground?
These ones, I don't know. I think they might be, but I cannot confirm. If they are, I don't mind it because it's just kind of an interesting boss mechanic if they do.
You would have died right there.
I would have died right there. Thank you, Gaia Armor, for being amazing at everything. And thank you, game programmers, for not having crushing being an instant kill trigger in this, because it was in all the others. But yeah, so I think the regular shots are actually as strong, because there's a few instances that you'll see a little bit, like once I finish the Refights, it's going to go into another stage section where you're leading up to Sigma, and there's the blue sort of cyberball things that were originally from X4, I think. And it takes like 3 charge shots to kill them, and it only takes like 4 normal shots to kill them, so it's at least comparable. And because of that, I actually think, and it never dawned on me while I was playing through, so I can't confirm this either, but I think if you can, rapid firing with the Gaia Armor's Buster is actually just a stronger attack because you don't even need to worry about missing your charge shots. You can just wail on people with it. I think the Gaia shot also goes a little bit farther than the normal shots do too, so... This is basically the episode where I just talk a lot about the Gaia Armor. Because Buff X is almost Best X.
There needs to be more dinosaur Mavericks.
There do. There needs to be just an army of Dino Rexes.
God, fucking sauropod Maverick? Like, actual scale?
Sauropods are long ones, right? Yes. That would be kind of neat. How would you do that?
Oh, make... The boss fight is the entire stage?
That would be kind of cool, but you're getting well, I guess if it's the actual boss, that's acceptable. Because I was going to say, you're getting close to U555 territory.
I know.
The antique boat.
Oh, no, like, it replaces the actual boss. It's...
Yeah. Nah, that'd be kind of neat. So, I think this is one of the more irritating fights for the Gaia Armor, because of the range limitation, and he spends a lot of time either directly across or below you or above.
Yeah.
So you can exploit the hitboxes a little bit if you do dash jumps and stuff. It's not the most convenient, but it also plows right through all the tauntauns, so it's like, whatever. It's not harder, it's just slightly more irritating. Which is about all I have to say about Dark Necrobat again, so...
Dark Squeak Bat.
Squeak Bat.
God, we're going to get into a regular territory pretty goddamn quick. We're
Yeah.
not done with this shit soon.
Do you have any other questions about what's been going on in the plot?
Yeah, what's been going on in the plot?
Shut up, I explained the basis of the plot. You know what I'm fucking asking.
Why is Zero just a stubborn dick and not coming in with his friend or something, I guess.
Like I said, it explains itself a little bit better in the other two storylines, which are both vaguely Zero-centric story. Well, the one where you're playing as Zero, I guess the other one isn't really Zero-centric as much as it is just he's a plot device, but I think it's mostly just... I think the idea is that he's down here trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with him and the world, so it's like, look, I respect you, we're obviously best friends, don't interrupt me right now, this is really important to me. And X is basically like, it's really important to me too, I want to make sure you're safe, you have to come back and we need to figure this out together. So it's just kind of like a brief clash of ideologues sort of thing? Or ideals? Anyway, that. Is that an acceptable answer, or do you think it's...
No, that's fine. I'm just picturing anytime you and I get into an argument, there's just all that bullshit going.
Like, that background appears, and there's just, like, a fierce battle, wherein one of us uses Soul Body to best the other at the last minute.
Ah, you son of a bitch!
I didn't think you'd throw the goddamn glass at me, son of a bitch! This fight, I think, is actually somehow more fun with this Buster versus the other one, because you're given a handicap in the range, but you get to play with hitboxes a lot, but you also can't erase his projectiles.
Right.
So it's a little bit more technical than some of the others. Like, obviously you still plow right through them, but I think it's kind of neat. That's one thing that I like about this, is as powerful as I feel the Gaia armor is, it doesn't feel overpowered. It just feels like a good sort of end-of-game reward. Like, you collected all the items and you found out, like, because you have to get the Falcon armor to get all of the Gaia armor, so it's like, you really do kind of earn it, because you have to have bested all 8 levels to get it. And in my opinion, it's more interesting than the Ultimate Armor, because the Ultimate Armor in this one still gets the infinite Nova Strike. Like, you can still just, like, dash, 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 you win. Cool, you did it, good job. But this one, you still have to play like X, but you get a range handicap, and you can't use any of your other special weapons and stuff. So it's just like, it's cool. Like, it's the penultimate Buster duel armor, basically. Which, I think is neat.
Now just give it the power of flight.
Well, that's the thing, is that would make it overpowered. I like the fact that it isn't.
It to be more overpowered.
Well, don't you worry. X6 will answer your desires, because X6 has my favorite. And it is the stand-in for the Gaia armor in that one. Granted, everyone that's watching this LP already knows what I'm talking about, but I'm going to save it and talk about it when it comes up at the appropriate time. But,
well, good, because we're out of time right now.
Cool! I sure did kill that squid.